Hey, good morning, friends. Pastor Jason with our Friday check-in. And on this week that Pastor Angie started off for us on Sunday talking about faith and looking at some of the giants of faith and the example that we can take from then. And we look around at our present day and, kind of think about some of the examples of faith that we're establishing now that the next generation can learn from and what we're leaving behind for them. So I'm going to take a little bit of time this morning to talk about someone who, in these last few years, I've learned a bit more about, have become more familiar with, and someone who has become someone whose faith has been an inspiration for me and what I try to do in terms of my ministry. This man's name is Dwight Lyman Moody. Might have heard of him referred to more often as D.L. Moody. Lives back in the 1800s, but in a lot of ways was one of the pioneers of fresh expressions, like what I get to be involved in now. D.L. had a heart for the drunkards, for the downcasts, for the outcast of society. That's where his heart was drawn. And he had this idea one night he rounded up a youth choir and a piano player and walked into a Chicago saloon on a busy night. So that he walked in and just kind of hushed the crowd, said, would you like to have a song, gentlemen? The piano player sat into playing and the choir sang a patriotic song. When they were done singing, there was a little bit of a round of applause. Moody then had the choir sing a hymn. They were in the middle of that saloon. At the conclusion of the hymn, Moody just offered a word of prayer and said that at the end of this, most of the people in the saloon at that time could be seen wiping their eyes, and there was just this hushed silence that fell over the room. Moody followed up his prayer with an invitation to come to a meeting, to come hear some scripture, to come hear a word in his office, which was also another converted saloon, and over half of the men in that room followed Moody and the choir off, and that's how it started. He would go on to stage big concerts with the famous evangelists and orators of the time, like a predecessor to the Crusades movement. But it all started this night when he just wanted to go and tell people about Jesus so much that he boldly and confidently stepped out in faith into a room full of people who he did not know. Well, that's not he was known to frequent a lot of these establishments, so he may have known some of these people. But he puts himself in a vulnerable position. He invites them to hear a song, then he turns that into a hymn, and he turns that into a prayer, then he turns that into an invitation to just come and hear more, much like Jesus, when Jesus beckons us and he says, come see. That's what D.L. Moody did. He walked into that saloon for the strength of his faith and the power of his faith. He invites everyone there to just come see, come experience, come get to know more. Moody said once that prior to his conversion, he worked towards the cross. But ever since then, he has worked from the cross. He used to work to be saved, but then he started to work because he was saved. And he wanted to fold everyone he knew, everyone in his city, everyone in America, everyone into the world, into that same kind of mission, into that same kind of ministry. So I guess the question that I want to leave you with, friends, and all this we follow up on the example of who do we look up to in faith? How is our faith inspiring those around us? How are those going to come who will come after us? What are they going to be able to learn from our faith? Because we think about that as we think about in the ministries and the campaigns of D.L. Moody. What I want you to try to spend some time thinking about today, friends. Who in your life, who amongst your friends, who amongst your family, who might like to have a song? Who might like to come out for a cup of coffee or a lunch or get together for a few drinks in the evening? Who might like to come to a cookout? Who might like to come to dinner? You can invite them to church too. Nothing wrong with that. But maybe it starts someplace else. Maybe it starts in a saloon. Maybe it starts in a coffee shop. Maybe it starts wherever. What is your faith bubbling up inside of you as you listen to this about D.L. Moody? Are you getting ideas in your head about who you can try to reach, but where you can go? Who might like to just hear a song and then let it go from there? We don't need mountain-sized faith to start. We just need a mustard seed. And that's enough to do amazing, powerful, great things if we put our confidence into that faith. So, friends, thanks for spending this time together today. Hope you enjoy this sunny, crisp, beautiful October day. Have a great day. Be safe and be well, and remember just how much that you are loved, friends. And we will see you soon.